Hello everyone, welcome back to High Stakes. My name is Brian. I'd like to start this video by asking for your support in 2 simple steps. First, please subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to push the bell icon so you don't miss any of our daily betting videos. Second, give this video a like, it really helps the algorithm boost our visibility. Now before we dive in, for those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, if our guidance has helped you win bets and generate revenue, we kindly ask for your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance is crucial in strengthening our presence on YouTube. Feel free to explore our Patreon support tier or check out our other options. Thank you. Cardinals vs. Washington Nationals. The Washington Nationals will host the Cardinals on Monday in Nationals Park. The Cardinals have elevated themselves to second in the NL Central with a record of 4-6-4-2, 5 games behind the Brewers. Meanwhile, the Nationals are 4th in the NL East with a 42-47 record. Despite this, the Nationals are favored at a -120 money line, while the total is set at 9.5 runs. I trust Parker more than I do Nicholas at this point, and the Cardinals are below .500 on the road this year. The Nationals have won 3 of their last 4 games, and key injuries to Edman and Herrera in the Cardinals lineup led me to favor the Nationals. The Nationals were also favored at a similar money line in yesterday's contest, and won convincingly. I trust Parker can do more than Nicholas in terms of effectiveness, and the Washington offense will push across enough runs to earn the win. Take Washington Nationals money line. Nicholas has been inconsistent as a starter this season, as evidenced by his previous 2 starts. However, his over 5.00 era speaks for itself. Parker will be coming off one of the worst starts of his career, and the Nationals have one of the worst bullpens in the MLB right now. In their last 10 meetings, these 2 teams have hit the over in 9 of those. Additionally, the Cardinals have hit the over in 4 of their last 5 games overall, while the Nationals have hit the over in 3 of their last 4. I have caution on betting on either one of the starters for tomorrow's game, and as a result, I feel more comfortable taking the over. Take over 9.5 runs. Cleveland Guardians vs. Detroit Tigers. The Cleveland Guardians are doing incredibly well as they are leading the AL Central with a 5-5-3-2 record thus far. Young righty Gavin Williams takes the mound and is coming off a losing effort against the Chicago White Sox as he allowed 5 runs on 7 hits with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in 4 innings. The Detroit Tigers have been struggling as they are 4th in the AL Central with a 42-48 record so far this season. Rookie right-hander Keter Montero will be getting the start as he defeated the Minnesota Twins by throwing 6.1 innings and gave up 2 runs on 6 hits with 2 hit by pitches, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. The Cleveland Guardians need to do a bit better offensively as they are tied with the New York Mets for 10th in the majors with a .732 team ops while scoring 4.8 runs per game. The lineup has been doing pretty well in terms of stealing bases as they are tied with the Chicago Cubs for 9th place with 74 stolen bases, but also have been caught 30 times. Third baseman Jose Ramirez has been doing extremely well as he has a .854 ops with 23 home runs, 76 RBI, 68 runs scored, and 16 stolen bases on 18 tries. The Detroit Tigers have been absolutely miserable as they are 26th in the sport with a .672 team ops while averaging 4.12 runs per game. They have been a little too aggressive at the plate as they are 10th in the sport with 784 total strikeouts or 8.7 strikeouts per game. Left fielder Riley Green has been hitting very well as he has a .856 ops with 17 homers, 45 RBI, 53 runs scored, and 4 steals on 5 attempts. Keter Montero is making his 4th career outing and has allowed 11 earned runs thus far. Gavin Williams at least has a bit of a track record going back to last year, but the starting pitchers are not going to be the story of this game. These offenses have been nearly identical in the last 14 games played as the Guardians are averaging 4.5 runs per game in that stretch, while the Tigers are scoring 4.43 runs per game. Go with the Cleveland Guardians to win the opening game of the series. Keter Montero also has not pitched enough throughout the season to factor into Baseball Savant's percentile rankings thus far and has struggled as he has a 5.550, .280 xBA, 43.2 hard hit percentage, and an 11.4 barrel percentage. Montero has a 4-pitch arsenal: fastball, slider, changeup, knuckle curve, and his slider has been his best pitch as hitters are just 2 for 17 thus far against it. It will be interesting to see how he does in his first career appearance against the Guardians. Gavin Williams has not pitched enough this season to factor into the percentile rankings on his Baseball Savant page, as he has a 93.1 mph average exit velocity, .307 xBA, 47.1 hard hit percentage, and 23.7 chase percentage. He has 3 different pitches: fastball, cutter, curveball, and his heater has been hit the most, as hitters are 5 for 10 against it. Williams faced the Tigers once last season, as he lost by going 5 innings and gave up 3 runs on 6 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. These bullpens have done a good job at limiting the amount of runs scored later in the game and could be called upon early with 2 rookie pitchers. The Guardians are the best in baseball with a 2.59 reliever era, while the Tigers are 20th with a 4.26 bullpen era so far this season. Neither team has led off innings too well, and getting that first batter out is critical for not as much scoring. Cleveland is 24th with a .649 team ops leading off an inning, while Detroit is last with just a .581 team ops in those situations. Go with under 8.5 runs as the better option. Colorado Rockies vs Cincinnati Reds. The Rockies head to Ohio to face the Reds on Monday, July 8th. Cincinnati is 42-48 overall this season, and they are still trying to fight for a wild card spot. After being swept over the weekend to Detroit, the Reds are looking to bounce back. Colorado has had a rough season with their 32-57 record, which is the worst in the National League. They have won 5 of their last 8 games, though. Colorado is 32-57 overall this season. They are in last place in the National League West Division. They are 22.5 games back of the Dodgers for first in the division. They are also 11.5 games back of the Diamondbacks to get out of the basement. The Rockies are also tied for the worst record in the National League with the Marlins. Colorado has won 5 of their last 8 games coming into Monday. Cincinnati is 42-48 overall this season. The Reds enter Monday night after a tough series against Detroit, where they were swept easily. Monday's game provides a great chance for them to get back into the wild card race. Cincinnati will shut down the Rockies and cruise to an easy win. Colorado will be starting Ryan Feltner. The righty has an ERA of 4.65 when pitching on the road. The Rockies are 2-7 when Feltner has started away from home. The Reds will be starting one of their best pitchers in Andrew Abbott. Cincinnati has won 5 of his last 6 starts, and he has an ERA of 2.16 against the National League West Division. Take the Cincinnati Reds minus 1.5 runs. The Reds are hitting .225 this season, which ranks 4th worst in the league. They have scored the 16th most runs, while they have collected the 4th most triples. Cincinnati has stolen the most bases in the sport, too. The Reds are hitting .217 when playing at home. They are hitting .248 in 25 games against the National League West Division. The Reds have played 3 games against the Rockies this season, and they have hit .372 against them so far. The Rockies are hitting .244 this season. They have also scored the 20th most runs, but they have hit the 7th fewest amount of home runs. Colorado has struck out the 3rd most times. They are hitting .223 when they have played on the road. In 20 games against the National League Central Division, they are hitting .247. They have played the Reds 3 times where they hold a batting average of .240. The Rockies will be starting Ryan Feltner, who has an ERA of 6.94 against the National League. After a tough weekend, the bats for the Reds will be feasting against the righty. They are hitting .372 against the Rockies already this year. Colorado has been playing well over the past week, too. They have the abilities to put up a few runs. Take the over 8.5 runs.